Back injuries are a common injury from a collision. If you're involved in a collision and you end up in the hospital at the emergency room or whatever, they typically will do an x-ray or a CAT scan and say, oh, it's negative, which means that there's no broken bones. So this is a vertebrae. So you have vertebrae in your cervical spine, which is your neck, and your thoracic spine, which is your midsection, and your lumbar spine, which is your low back. And occasionally we will see damage to the actual vertebrae, and that can be a more significant injury. But in a lot of times there is nothing that is damaged with regards to the actual bone. But all the ligaments, muscles, discs, and other material that is involved in making up the back can have damage. It doesn't show up in an x-ray. There's no way to know about those injuries. People will say, my back hurts, I have pain, I got numbness or pain radiating into my arms or my legs or both, or those can all be signs of injuries that are arising out of a back injury from a collision, but it's not a bone injury. I mean, the goal always in any of these cases is to get you back to where you were before the collision. So how do we get there? And how do we get there as quickly as possible and with as least amount of hassle to you, and get you compensated for the time and money that you've missed out on as a result of it from work or whatever, and get your bills paid and get everybody handled so that you can try to put your life back to where it was before. So you may need to change up therapy, you may need to see a specialist, you may need to have some diagnostic testing done to figure out, is there something going on that needs to be repaired before I can try to recover? We see these all the time. We know the doctors and therapists and places in town that provide the treatment for these. We see who gets results from where and from what, and can help guide through that. Doctors are under a lot of stress these days from the health insurance companies about how much time they spend with patients and how they bill for patients' care. It takes some advocacy on the part of the patient and the attorney to get them in front of the right people who will pay attention to their needs and get them the care they need. As we talked about, doctors are under pressure to move patients through the system by health insurance companies because of the billing practices and their need to move it along. That's also true with a lot of the advertising attorneys. They're moving at a fast-paced, fast food assembly line process. So they're moving in an assembly line process to move people along without spending time to figure out what that individual needs or what would be best for that individual. Where we take the time, at Willis Wilson Rizzi, we take the time to figure out what a client needs, what's in their best interest, and do what's right for them.